Right. And I try to tell people, they say the bad apples, it's all bad apples. And I said, the problem is the good cops know who the bad cops are. It's just that they don't do anything to stop the bad cops. The Van Dyke shooting was once again, the perfect example. One cop did something crazy. 10 cops on the scene could have just put cuffs on him right then and there, taken his gun, put cuffs on him, and done what they need to do. Instead, like 50 cops got involved in covering that up. Does that make all 50 the worst cops in the world? No, but they're not any good.
Including the Cook County Sheriff's Office.
Right. And so they're not any good. We can't rely on them to fix the department. They're incapable. And what I've been trying to tell our reform people in Chicago is we got to stop looking at the police accountability system as the solution. The back end doesn't work. And I've helped create the back end in Chicago. I've been involved since 1996 doing it. It's broken. It's not going to work. We have to put in front end. So it's got to be done in the front end. It means aldermen and the city council and the mayor have to get to work putting in front end regulations. You want to rule out chokeholds. You want to rule out putting kneeing on someone's neck. Make it a felony. Don't rely on the police accountability system. Don't rely on someone who's been victimized to get the strength to file the complaint and follow through. And also, one other thing, I think all their pensions should be tied to cooperating with internal investigations for the rest of their time collecting a pension. So because like all of Van Dyke's, all the superiors in Van Dyke's case, except Eddie Johnson, most of them retired and got nice, cushy other jobs. The chief of police at the time, well, it was McCarthy, but the deputy chief, and then he went to chief. When the crap hit the fan, he went and worked, I think, at Northeastern. He's making like $200,000 as the chief of police for Northeastern Illinois University on top of his pension. There was a big fall for him, right? So,
John Birch kept his pension. The union literally voted to let him keep his pension after it was known that he tortured suspects. They don't care about misconduct.
Right. You can't rely on them. You can't. Right. You can't rely on them. It's got to be done. It's a democratic process. Supposedly, we live in a democracy. We got to put our elected leaders in who will do something. That's it.
Right. What elected leader needs to stand there and is going to tell me that you need to train police officers not to lie in court? That's just the stupidest thing. And you don't need to train anybody not to lie in court. You got officers lying in court because you've got really, really bad things happening inside your police department, and you don't want to know what they are. And every officer who's ever come forward and said there's a problem with lying has been told, shut up, keep your mouth quiet, do not say anything. And when you do say something, they get retaliated against. Most famously, you brought up the SOS, was Jerome Finnegan trying to hire a gang to kill officers he thought were witnesses against him who were reporting his misconduct to the FBI. There's no accountability. You can't rely on them.
Right. There was an SOS officer murdered, by the way, during the unit's run. He died in the back of his apartment building late at night or very early in the morning that was surrounded by a 10-foot fence. And they said it was a random robbery. Someone was waiting outside. They didn't wait by the gate and rob him before he got behind the fence. They hopped the fence and waited for him there.